Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsealed and Revealed. It's that web series from Sideshow in which me and two of my geekiest besties will reveal for you some of the coolest new things in the 6-scale galaxy. I'm Terry Smith, the host of the show, and that's right, I haven't changed shirts since SDCC. That's true. Also with me and assuming wearing cleaner clothes are Paul Hernandez. They're in his rapidly evolving man cave in his new digs, and also somewhere out there is my good friend and compatriot Guy James Klender. There he is, flanked by two fantastic new figures. Hey Guy, what's shaking, bacon?
It is so good to see you two again. I want to hear all about San Diego. I also can't wait to show you these. In fact, I believe, Terry, you may have a little bit of knowledge about this guy over here.
I've had my gloved fingers on one
you
of
have a
those
little,
things. Yeah.
which is fantastic. And so you and I are going to have a lot of fun with it.
I think so. In fact, I know for a fact you will. It's a very, very, very cool figure. Yeah, that's right. It has been 3 weeks since we've had a show, and I particularly have been aching to get back to it. So I'm very, very glad that everybody has tuned in to watch us here today. Again, thanks for joining us. If this is your first time tuning into the show, maybe because you have a thing for Dark Troopers, and why wouldn't you, or a thing for Baby Yoda like the rest of the world does, then great, welcome aboard. It's good to see you here, and let Paul know in the chats that it's your first time. He'll be sure to send me a little bit of a chat note, and I will give you a shout out in the middle of the show if you do. Without further ado, Paul, Comic-Con.
Man, it feels good to be. Hi, everyone. Hello. I know someone says he's surprisingly quiet. I am. I'm the quietest person in the group. Hi, everyone. It's so good to be back. Again, we're streaming live just on YouTube, just for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I feel like we got to just get back in a rhythm, Terry. We got to just get all of these bullet points out of the way. Like, comment, subscribe.
I've lost my jam. I totally have. I'm really feeling it coming back though. So yeah, thanks for all
I will say though, myself and Terry did quite a few shows out there, like hours and hours of content. Yeah. And we were tired, we were exhausted, but you know what the best thing that came out of that is by the end of Comic-Con, my voice was down here and it sounded really good. And I was just like, I didn't even get asked to do a Tread Watch sticker thing. I didn't get one.
No.
You did not have your moment to shine with the Tread Watch light. Yeah, the light that is Tread Watch. I don't know. I'm going to work on that and get back to you.
Well, Terry, we've got two figures. We've got some really fun stuff to show you guys that we haven't shown anyone yet. Some of you may know what's coming. We promised some of you at the con, but no spoilers. We'll get into it in a second. But Terry, before we get into that, briefly.
Yes, Paul.
What was your favorite part of Comic-Con? Favorite thing you did?
My favorite part of Comic-Con has always been the Sideshow booth, even before I was a Sideshow employee. It's always been, but here's the thing, is that before the Comic-Con booth was like this quiet oasis in the midst of all that chaos and traffic jam. But that seems, since the last time I was there, that seems to have shifted. It's legitimately turned into one of the most popular booths that I visited at Comic-Con. Seriously, I mean, there was so much traffic there, and just people were drawn to all the really cool things. If you were to ask me specifically what my favorite thing at Comic-Con was, it might surprise you because it's not 6-scale. I really have become quite smitten with that Dark Knight premium format figure.
Oh, my answer, Terry Smith.
I stole it from you. We should have actually conferred about this beforehand because I have more than one thing. Can I switch my answer? I'll just like softball that one back to you, or else you can.
Thank you. Okay, what's your other answer?
Really into the Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan. Yeah, seeing them firsthand really won me over. I'm just like, very, very
seeing
cool.
them all together as well, especially with some of our newer announcements as well.
And I think it was you asked me it was Alan, producer Alan asked me which one do you think is cooler, the Sideshow Clone Wars animated Cad Bane or the Hot Toys live action animated Cad Bane? To which I replied, yes. Each one, right? Each one is perfect. Each one is perfect. Seriously, yeah.
I mean, it was a blast. It was good to see it was good to see Terry Smith. I had the pleasure of spending time with Guy Klender at Celebration. So it was Terry's weekend with me. I had him, so it was great. It was fun. But yeah, honestly, that Dark Knight was incredible to see in person. Seeing all the Clone Wars pieces together was great. But I'll be honest, that Batman 6-scale display that we had, like, I kept finding myself coming back to it
so much.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Bat Cycle. And then once, because, Terry, if you guys didn't know this, him and Joe Lombardo, who some of you guys know, were actually responsible for posing and getting a lot of that set up. So seeing it go from not that and then having it lit up, and it's so beautiful. It looked great. So for all of you guys, let us know in the chats what your favorite part of Comic-Con was. And Guy Klender, we know that you were busy and you were watching from home. Did you have a favorite reveal that came out?
Terry, you said you were going to change your answer. The correct answer for what was your favorite thing at the con was witnessing Paul's perfect hair in real life.
Good answer. Great answer.
That would have been my answer. It was really neat to see what you guys were doing down there. Getting back to live cons was a huge thing, and I was really saddened to not be able to spend time with you there, but to get to see so many people, friends that were going, or yourself, all of them, getting to experience a con again was really an incredible thing to see that kind of joy. And you guys got to experience it firsthand. I got to see a few meetups that you guys did, and it just looked amazing. Yes, I agree with you, Terry. Sideshow used to be the booth you could go to kind of, and now, oh goodness, no. Oh goodness, no. That's whoosh. Those doors open. When those doors open, it's the run to that booth now. It's still my favorite.
See if I can do my best impression. Yes. LA's hypest nightclub is the Sideshow booth at SDCC.
Great. Well, I'm sure everyone here they're here for impressions and not the two beautiful figures that we have.
No,
but we did promise you guys we have some other stuff aside from these figures. Not only do we have some really cool videos to show you, we did film some content down there, but just letting you know, guys, so you can start preparing. We did let the chats decide what we are going to unbox first, and the chats have decided. A very monotone drum roll. The Dark Trooper. We're doing Dark Trooper first. Woohoo! All right. So before we do that, we're gonna show you guys a quick video. We did film some really fun content down there. We are trying to bring you guys some more games and reward a lot of our really our lifer, our Unsealed and Revealed. Unsealed Team 6 team.
Yes.
So we played a fun game down there with people where we basically asked you a trivia question. Now, the only way you could even begin to play the game is you had to answer a trivia question about Unsealed. It's the only way you're qualified. Then once you're in, you had another option. Either get a question from Terry Smith, Postmaster General, or go into the bag of accessories, and you have to decide, you have to let us know not only what the accessory is, but what figure it goes to. And we got quite a few of them on film. So we are going to show the first one, and then we're going to get on with the Dark Trooper. All right, let's run it.
Nice.
All right, everyone, Paul Hernandez here. We are with the Unsealed and Revealed team live at San Diego Comic-Con. Now we're going to mess with our fans a bit, as we like to do. Now we're with Desmond here. Now, Desmond, you get an option here because we are kind. So, do you want to answer an Unsealed and Revealed question, or pick from a bag of accessories, and you have to name the accessory and which character it goes to? What do you want to do?
I think I'd prefer a question.
Very brave. So I'm going to pass.
That's me not knowing my accessories.
You and me both, Desmond. I'm going to pass now the mic to Terry, and Terry's got your question.
I have the question, or at least I think I do. Oh, drawn from my magic hat of questions. What is it going to be? Behind me, from where I stream from during the show, is a musical instrument. What sort of instrument is that? It's on every show.
Specificity?
No, not specific.
It's a guitar,
just general.
isn't it?
Very good. Yes.
It is a guitar!
Yeah.
Congratulations, Desmond. It is a guitar.
Oh, I'm so
Nice.
proud. My man Desmond got himself a figure. Yes.
Got him.
Yes. Bravo.
And an amazing figure. That one's amazing.
And
I don't
Desmond
have
is here in the chats with us.
Oh,
Desmond
goodness.
is here.
All right.
Hey.
Desmond, it was so good to see you.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you for playing and being a member of Unsealed Team 6. Now we've got a few more of those to show you, and we're gonna sprinkle them in throughout the show. And I have been given permission from super producer Alan to tell everyone. He just made this call today. We are figuring out a way to bring that game to this show for the online audience as well.
Ooh,
So
nice.
we're working on it. We're actively working on it to be able to bring you guys maybe on the show with us, and you can play the game online as well, because we know we have so many of you guys that are at home. And with that, for everyone that's at home, they have spoken. They really want to see this Dark Trooper unbox, guys. So let's wiggle.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Without any
So-
further ado, I'm just going to turn it over to Guy. Let's have at it, man.
All right.
Where are
now,
your gloves?
So exactly, you're going to say, where are the gloves? We are going to be doing it with a microfiber cloth today, Terry.
that's another way to do it.
For those of you who may have watched the first look video on this that Terry did, spectacular video, by the way, he does wear white gloves in that. And so I've been asked to show you a slightly different option. See, look at that. I bring white gloves, and Alan says, no, don't wear the white gloves, and now he just throws them at me.
Magically appears
So
like that dude in The Witcher.
we'll show you both options here, folks. If you don't have white gloves and you get very excited, hopefully you have a microfiber cloth. It's one that I've said have that in your kit. But let's take a look real quick at what we have as far as our packaging. This is what we've come to know and love with our Star Wars, with the two-tone black that reveals a photo of the figure ominously right there. I love the look of this. And then we have that warm-toned cigar band with the figure that wraps around, giving us a couple of options of other looks on the figure as well. Traditional shoebox design. We'll lift that up and off.
This is a great photo.
Boom. If that doesn't make you want to be an army builder of these things, right?
Pretty damned menacing,
I mean,
bro. I mean, come on. It would have such shelf presence if somebody
Now-
had the means to spend the real estate to pull that off.
now, Terry, I mean, if you're going to get that many, how many pairs of white gloves do you need if you're probably need,
at least one per figure.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
That's actually the rule. with
Perhaps
something
there's a
that glossy.
baker's dozen of those available. So when we take the figure out of the box and remove that top cover, we're going to see that gloss black plastic that we have of the tray. But of course, it's also glossy on the inside, which is going to be a little difficult for you to probably see right now. But once I take everything out of here, it'll be a little bit easier. We have a single tray design. We're going to have our figure, our display base, additional hands, and our batteries for the light up effect, which is spectacular on this figure. And all right.
Yeah, it does look really, really cool. And refresh my memory. There's 4 extra hands. Am I right?
Correct.
Or just-
Correct.
Okay.
I do know that I believe on your first look video, there had been questions about, hey, are they articulated fingers or something like that, like there was on the K2. It's not. They've actually done them sculpted, and I think it's fine either way. I think both have their place. But wow,
Well,
take a
they
look.
don't do with K2 or as with C3PO. The character does a whole lot of gesturing, so it actually pays to have those things articulated. But with
Right.
something like this, strictly robotic, then it just kind of makes more sense, both from a development perspective as well as just from concerning yourself with the fragility of each individual joint. It makes more sense to actually have that just fully sculpted, so that
Agreed.
you
Absolutely.
get my point.
Absolutely agreed with that. Wow. Talk about glossy. Talk about glossy. There's a reason I didn't wear the black Sideshow shirt. I was like, you will just whoosh, go away, get a little bit of the gray in there. This was a neat design. We're used to...
Gloves guy.
Okay,
gloves.
you want me to glove it up? Okay, I'll glove it up.
You should glove it up.
Yes,
You know what,
you're making me anxious here.
When
Oh my
somebody
goodness.
who actually has gloves walks off with that figure while your back is turned and yours are the only fingerprints on it, you'll be glad you did this. Yeah. That's it.
I was told to do that.
There was no way we were getting out of this without Guy doing that.
That's
I
exactly.
was pretty convinced.
That didn't involve a whole lot of money that none of us have.
No, exactly. Next time we'll add the glitter and sequins for the next episode for something like this. We talked about that light up effect that is going to be here on the helmet. We do that by removing the top panel, which is a little bit harder here with the gloved on there.
While you're doing that, really quick, Guy. So there was a question that came up in the chats, or not in the chats, but in the comment section of the first look video, asking about if there are die-cast elements. Can you confirm for everybody here, if there are die-cast elements in the figure?
You know what? It's funny now with the gloves. I'm going, am I going to feel ones that are metal? You know, Terry, I don't believe there are. Yeah. It is possible. No,
I'm pretty sure that given the weight of the figure that there are die-cast elements.
I think a lot of that would be internal that we're seeing on it, not the outer panels at all, but that inner metal look perhaps will have that. You know,
I think a lot of it was added to the lower extremities in order primarily to provide a center of gravity that was more conducive to keeping the figure upright rather than having it topple over. Because if you notice that the upper torso of the figure is quite a bit bulkier than the legs, if that would have been all made out of the same material, say plastic, then there would have been a tendency for it to topple over. But by adding some metal elements into the legs, I feel like that's how they were able to get that thing to have that lower center of gravity and keep it centered to the floor.
I think so. I'm thinking, while I'm feeling it and kind of checking, I almost want to you'd almost want to put it in the refrigerator and see if it feels cold on the different metal parts, but you know what I mean, for just a few minutes. But perhaps down in the joints on the knees and the ankles and things like that, those would also be. And that's one of the coolest things for me. I mean, when we first saw Stormtroopers 1977, we didn't know, are these robots? Are these guys in suits? We did have that line of, hey, did you see that new? Which told us perhaps they were. But we didn't really know, and I think, as a kid, a lot of us still thought they were robots. Well, these ones here surely are, and that was a neat one. And I love that design where you're seeing right through there. You can see the white glove treatment. They're right through them, and that's going to be all up in there. Now, Terry, you got to play around with this thing.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite aspect of this guy?
The head. That skull-like visage, man, it looks creepy as hell, and it
really does.
As it is, yeah. And of course, the light-up feature is very, very strong.
Yes, and I think one of the reasons, perhaps, for that is we're used to most of our light-up features that we get a lot with the Iron Man and this being an LR521 and a 621 battery size.
You have that memorized?
Yes, I do. And these are actually a larger battery. And I think that's why we get so much bright light off there. And it's got that. Now, on camera, it's looking a little amber, at least in the monitor I'm looking at. But it is a deep, deep red. And darn scary.
What we're seeing there is that it's so darn bright that it's actually overexposing the sensor, I think, and that's why we're getting that amber instead of the red. It's really, really bright, people. Look how it actually glows.
Exactly,
You can actually see a glow around it. It's like, so mean.
Okay, I'm going to step out of the way so you can see it. I think we're going to dim it a little bit so you can see just how bright those are. We're going to dim our lights here real quick. But and these are easy to put in and easily accessible. As I said, they're a slightly larger battery. So Terry, I know you also worked with putting batteries in these figures. So they were pretty darn easy to do. And then the on-off switch, as well as the where you put it there in the back, lifts right out.
Yeah, that whole panel comes off of there.
The whole panel comes right off. Right.
Which is not easy to do when you're wearing gloves, I might add.
No, it wasn't. And there's a couple of other dainty things I want to do with the figure. So I think I'm gonna do a 1-in-1 on here. So we talked a little bit about that design and the fact that when these guys pop out and we see them for the first time, we know that they are a droid. A droid and a trooper combo pack is a pretty wild thing, and I loved that. Terry, you went over this in the video. Wow, what a cool way to do this. We've seen on Stormtroopers, things like that, where the pauldrons will be articulated. But in this one here, they've done that so I can lift up, see if we can look further back a little bit, and pull that down.
Yes.
So when we get those to the side. I thought that was a really neat idea.
Absolutely brilliant engineering.
To be able to change that out. And with that up, seeing that design, a hint of the mechanics as well. So we're able to go out to the side like that. We're able to rotate our arm. Again, we can go all the way up until we touch that panel. Same as far as back. Move it side to side in almost a butterfly joint style. Here's my favorite. I love Ratchet. And letting us see through there. I like that we can see the wrist through there as well. Traditional pin, but having that extra point of articulation.
Yes.
There.
Yeah, you can do so much with that, with the way that they did that.
Very
That joint will rotate.
Terry, I'm having a hard time seeing you or hearing you. I can't hear you right now, but I guess we're going to show another video real quick.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
Video.
Okay, I'm here with Terry Smith, Pose Master General, and Sam Hayes, an Unsealed and Revealed fan. Now, Sam, we want to give you an option. Do you want to go to the bag of accessories, or do you want to try your luck with a trivia question from Terry?
Trivia.
Oh, he's going trivia. Trivia. Okay, Terry.
This one needs to be a little bit harder, I think, right?
For you, sir.
Yeah? Okay. Occasionally there's a guest star from my end of the show who works his way into the works his way into the show. My dog.
Okay.
He's named after a character from Harry Potter. What is the name of my dog?
I'm going to guess because I forgot.
Hagrid? Oh. Not Hagrid, everyone. Not Hagrid. Don't forget to let your geek side show, all that stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sam. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, we're here now with Kenneth and, of course, Pose Master General Terry. We've got some Unsealed and Revealed, either trivia or do you want to go to the bag?
I think I'm gonna try the trivia.
Trivia, zero bag so far.
Okay, from my bag of trivia questions. Oh, Unsealed and Revealed on occasion has an intern who occasionally shows his face on the show. Actually, he doesn't show his faces at all because he's always wearing a helmet. What sort of helmet does Unsealed and Revealed's intern wear?
Stormtrooper helmet.
Correct.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and don't say Thanos around him. He doesn't like that.
Get that guy out of here.
Can we get security for this guy? What's going on? Who are we paying you for?
Everyone, I'd like you to meet Dobby.
Hi, Dobby.
I like Sam a lot. I was really pulling for him, but yeah, sorry, Sam. I've just got to say, I totally disagree when that thing came up and said Sam's not a winner. That's so not true. You're totally a winner in my book, bro.
Oh, but legally, you did not win.
Legally, no.
Legally, no.
Technically, no.
You will receive an autographed photo of Dobby.
I can make that happen. It's a limited edition of one.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like that Marvel. It's like the Marvel no prize, the Unsealed no prize. Congrats, you win.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to doing something like that. So thank you for that, Paul. Awesome. That's a great figure, by the way. I've got one of those here. It's really, really cool.
You know,
okay. So
I love that figure. To think that they used your hair and my body to make that figure is amazing.
okay,
Chevy
so
Thor.
continuing on.
All right,
man.
let's get back to Dark Trooper and perhaps my favorite articulation point here. We talk a lot about the Terry trunk twist and things like that. You know, oh, can we turn it from to the side? Oh, that's one that's fun to do. That's fun to do.
I think it'll go all the way around too, right?
Yeah, oh, yes. Well, that's what I was doing there. Spinning all the way around, spinning all the way around.
Yeah.
Now, for the leg articulation, let's take a look at these. Right here on the front where he's got these ammo pouches. Let's take a little zoom in if we could. You see that I can lift those up. All right? And one on the other side as well. And you'll be able to lift those up and out of the way when you move the legs, because the legs can drop down like we've seen on the Iron Man figures. And that gives us a larger range all the way out to the front and all the way back as well. And we're able to twist and turn that leg. We're seeing a little more of that gear mechanism that we talked about, whether or not it's die cast, a probability. We've got our ratchet there on the knee, a 90-degree there. As far as foot articulation, we're able to give it a little lift. Yep, also ratcheted. Toe movement there that you see to the side. And then when they steal our second figure, Grogu, they launch up.
Bastards.
And go flat. But you know what's cool about doing it that way? Terry.
It's time for Tread Watch.
Kaboom!
That was promised a graphic. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Now, it's not technically an articulation point, but I'm going to show it real quick. Terry talked a little bit about it in our first look video. Here on the front, can we zoom in on that mid-section?
Oh, yeah.
Got a little panel piece right there that lifts out. Once you've lifted that,
Exciting. Really exciting.
this is wild.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. I mean, if you're going to be an army builder, there's a particular Jedi that really offs these guys pretty quickly. But we are able to do it.
Theory being that you can legitimately attach the extra component from the deluxe Luke Skywalker figure onto the legs. That hasn't been specifically confirmed, but I can guess. I can hazard a guess that that's exactly what's going on. Yeah. They actually stay on there as for future accessory, for future accessories, and that's got to be to what they're referring. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
I think that's really neat. I love the idea that we get to do that. You know what, Terry? While we're at it, and since I have it in half, it does kind of let us see down in the inner workings. And when we were talking about, are there things that are die cast or other? But you get to see a lot of that design that we've got there. While we've got the legs there, let's take a look at our next accessory. It's going to be the blaster. Yep. Magnetic.
Right there with magnets, baby.
Magnet. Boom. Now, when it's not attached to the leg, this particular blaster does have kind of the side bit there, and that plugs on in there.
Cool.
That'll be in the tray in the lower section of the ammo place. Boom. Now, to hold said blaster, we do have a right hand with trigger finger. Now, this is pre-molded in that, but it is a flexible and softer material, so it goes on there, and I'm not at all worried about paint scuffing or anything like that.
No, it's pretty solid.
I was liking on that one. The left hand, we're going to get one that kind of goes underneath the stock portion of the gun as well. And when they try and get through those doors, we see them punching a lot. And so we've got to have the fists. And last, going to be that base. Man, nothing says Star Wars quite like that flooring, does it? And I love that they've got that there. And then we've got our name plate there on the front. Well, Terry, did we call our first pose a chopped in half, and then we just, oh, look at that. Look at that. We got one, and we're done. No.
No, go ahead and put that thing back together here.
I figured you were going to have me do that.
I regret to inform you that I regret to inform you that I have I have misplaced apparently my Stormtrooper blaster, so I don't have a gun to use for this. So we're not gonna do a gun pose. We're just gonna have his fists.
All right, we're gonna
do a. That sound good?
Mm-hmm. Swapping those out.
Yeah.
The hands come off nice and easy.
Yeah, they do.
Changing out those. What's neat is that it's a kind of a larger round peg that we see there. And so I can hold that moving wrist point in order to put the fist on. But let's go to Terry. Give me a full frame of him so I can see what Terry's doing.
All right. Posing by proxy, ladies and gentlemen.
Posing by proxy.
Wow. You got plenty of room here. You can see everything.
There you go. Now I can see you head to toe.
So I'm thinking what we need to do is have the front legs ever so slightly forward.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait, how much slightly?
Okay.
Just like
There's
this.
a slight bend in the leg.
Yeah, I think that in the show they actually have the feet parallel.
Mm-hmm.
But just to make the pose look a little bit more dynamic, we're just going to do that slight step forward, and like all the weight's going to be on the front knee.
Okay.
And then bring that fist out like this. Just think Daniel LaRusso in Karate Kid.
You know, Terry, you're the best around.
And I'm never going to let
Hey,
you
that's
down.
from the movie.
Yeah. Nothing is ever going to take me down.
Nothing. Not a gosh
Except
darn
maybe
thing.
Paul. Yeah.
All right. And I didn't, I'm sorry, you know, I saw your front arm forward. Your left arm, did you have that back?
Yeah, just like his rear and back.
Rear and back, ready to wall up.
And the chest should be like squared off to the front. I know that typically I don't say that, but because he is a robot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the whole thing is that God doesn't create in straight lines, which is that line that I borrowed from Prometheus that I like to use. But yeah, these aren't made by gods. These are made by the Empire. So they're rigid, they're more angular. And yeah, so I could just see them not doing the full torso twist every time that they're doing a punch.
Boom.
I'm just doing this motion right now, producer Alan, for the outtakes reel at the end of the year. So
that's yes. We want to have the outtakes reel.
Now we're specifically not using it.
that's part of the reason why I just said that.
Look how gosh darn shiny that guy is. Yes, if you have bright lighting, you are definitely going to see where you've touched that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Are we ready to move on to the next fig?
We are ready to move on to the next figure.
Let's
now,
do it,
You
dude.
talked about army building, so that would be doing something like this, where you try and get a couple of these guys, eh?
Yep. Nice. And you've got that one with a gun too, so that's good.
Yep.
So everybody knows what it looks
So
like
you
with
can
the
see
gun.
how that looks.
I love that
And,
synchronicity there.
The guy who sends them out, got to get your Moff.
That's great. I legitimately just got this figure last month, and the Moff Gideon figure last month, and it is everything.
He's great, isn't he?
It's just such a cool figure, man. I'm loving the glossy look on that armor, the way that it echoes the armor of a TIE fighter pilot, but it's much slicker, and combined with the tailored elements of that Imperial outfit and the very Dracula-like cape, it just has such a great presence on my shelf.
That cape, when you go in macro and really look at the detail to see, not only is there the multi-colors, but the different types of fabric, and even that lining on the outside, kind of the trim, even has a pattern on there, wired. It's neat that it doesn't kind of connect in or wrap around the neck. It's almost like it floats. It was just a really neat design. I'm glad that we got to do that on there. But these three characters are on a quest for somebody, and he is our next guest.
Is it a quest or is it a mission from God? We already talked
I'm
about
not sure who it would be for, but nonetheless, here he is coming to see us, and that is a Grogu accessory set.
This is such a cool thing. Yeah.
I like that we're getting things like this. I'd like to see environments and accessory sets come back. Now, first up, yes, we're getting that classic look.
Hey, Guy. I hate to interrupt. We do have a couple more videos we want to get to, at least one of them right now. So if we can just go ahead and run another video before we have you unbox this thing, because I'm really looking forward to it. But let's just have a good time and let's give something away retroactively. So, yeah.
I like it.
All right, we have another fan here. We're here with Val and, of course, Terry, Postmaster General. Now, Val, do you want to try your luck with some trivia, or do you want to go to the bag?
I am going to be terrible with both, so let's go for the bag. Let's do something fun.
Let's go bag. All right, so here's what you've got to do, Val. You've got to pull out one accessory, and you have to tell us not only what the accessory is, but what character it goes to.
Oh, this is going to be fun and terrible.
It's going to be fun.
I'm not going to get it. I'm going to tell you right now. No way.
Terry has the bag, okay?
Hold it up so the camera can see
Hold it to the camera here.
What is
Oh.
Is it some kind of trooper blaster? It's the only thing I got. Is it? Shit, my husband is going to kill me because he's such a huge Star Wars fan and he's right behind me. I'll say it's a stormtrooper. I don't know.
There it is. All right.
Oh, I have one in my bedroom.
And you can keep the blaster.
I thought we were straight up going to have to say, may the force be with you, but wow, okay.
Yeah, you're only having fun if you're winning, right? Yeah.
That was a real squeaker. That was a real squeaker there, Val. I wasn't sure you were going to get that one. So happy that you did, though, especially for your ongoing continued marital bliss. No one wants to be able to say, may divorce be with you. So, yeah.
And, you know, Terry, for someone who said, like, I'm not good under pressure and I'm really nervous, she sure did crush it.
Wow.
She's like, well, I'm super nervous. Val, you did incredible. Val is also in the chat. Hi, Val.
Oh, hi, Val.
Wouldn't this be a great time, everyone, if one of our hosts didn't misplace their blaster? Just saying. We got a Dobby.
Too soon, dude.
Too soon. Too soon.
I'm having fun. Let's get to the figure.
Anyway, yeah, before we do, though, I just want to give a shout out to Casius and Mad Makes for it being their first time here on the show. Welcome aboard, dudes. Come back every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because we do this a lot. There are all kinds of crazy shenanigans that come down the pipe. You can also go back and watch the older videos if you want to see if I'm lying, and I'm not. All right, without further ado, Guy, I want to see that loth-cat. So, I mean, Baby Yoda. I mean, yeah. Oh, look, but before that, I want to see producer Alan. What's up, dude?
Terry, please
Yes,
take better care of Dobby than you do of your collectible blaster collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did you
Please be
take your
careful
blaster
with
on a
all
walk?
unsealed and... Hey Terry, we need you to be careful with all of the unsealed and revealed props.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so mad. Okay,
This is
anyway.
Paul.
I'll
This
find
is
it.
this is why I didn't get Terry that trampoline. I was just worried about the insurance premiums.
Absolutely.
My
we wanted
ceilings
to
are
do
too low
it
for
for-
trampoline, bro.
You know, for any of our flight
call.
poses, we wanted Terry to be doing that, but we're going to find out, folks. Perhaps we'll take Terry's part of the show outdoors during our summertime stuff once. All right, next figure up. All right, Dark Troopers and Moff Gideon are going for this guy. I pre-ordered this guy immediately because I was excited. Right there on the front, the two-tone color, and again, that warm cigar band showing us some of the things that we are going to have inside. There on the front is Grogu in his Beskar pram. Now, this is going to be shoebox design as well, giving us a little of ideas what we're going to have inside. I'm not exactly sure we're going to get cuter than that, but we're gonna see.
Swaddled Baby Yoda.
Not only is it swaddled, I like that the ear is bent forward. It's just, it's crazy cute.
That's how I'm trying to be, man. Just swaddled up.
Paul in
That does sound
swaddling
pretty good.
clothes on next Tuesday's episode. Paul will not be
Probably better
typing.
for my health.
Next time I come out, I'm totally swaddling Paul. Hashtag swaddling Paul.
Swaddling Paul.
I'm ready for it. Bring it.
So, all right, and laid out in front. First up, our first version of Grogu is going to be, in that case there. Another accessory that can go next to it is our loth-cat. We've got a Soarin' Frog.
That's
there we
good because I
go.
was
And I have one more accessory. Can we pull to a wide shot? Yes. There we go, folks. It's yet another accessory. I don't know what just happened on the show.
Swaddled Berry.
That's Swaddled Berry. I heard
Hashtag Swaddled Berry.
You know, I heard even Barry showed up in San Diego.
Can we just change the name of the show to Unswaddled and Revealed?
Unswaddled. Unswaddled.
Or does it lack it? Look at Paul. He's not even waiting for me to come out. He just needed it to happen right now.
Nope. All right, so
that's a much better job than I would have done, Paul. Good job.
I have no blankie. I have a microfiber. You know, I told everybody to be prepared with a microfiber cloth. What I meant is have a Snuggie.
Did I not promise
for the show?
Did I not promise shenanigans? Yeah, there were shenanigans. Continue,
Terry,
please.
Do you think we should ask to get Unsealed and Revealed Snuggies?
Mute Sam. That's a great idea. Mute Sam.
Yeah,
let's mute Sam.
Good idea.
I think of all of the merchandise that could be created for the show, the Snuggie would be the one. So let's get back to.
Well, I'm actually being told that we have another video, Guy.
All right, let's play it up.
While you're putting that thing together, let's go ahead and play this thing. Oh, Sam. Oh, sorry, Sam. I guess I should have done a little bit more of a preamble there. Yeah. Right now.
Okay, we're here with Colin and, of course, you know, the Postmaster General himself, Terry Smith. So, Colin, 175 episodes. Thank you for watching each of them, right? Yes. No, you need to say in the camera.
Yes, I have watched each and every one of those episodes in depth.
Thank you, Colin. All right, Colin. So do you want to try? You're 1 for 1 with Unsealed and Revealed trivia. Do you want to go one more time with some trivia, or do you want to try the bag?
I'm going to do the bag.
Let's do the bag. All right. We're doing the bag here. All right, Colin. So remember the rules. You have to not only name the accessory, but what figure you think it goes to. Okay? No. All right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. All right, Colin.
Okay. Oh my god.
175 episodes.
I have watched each and every one of those episodes in depth.
Thank you, Colin.
Okay, so it's definitely something sci-fi-y, binoculars.
Let's quickly go through accessories that she comes with. Now here is another accessory. All these fun accessories.
I'm gonna say it doesn't look Star Wars-y.
I get a little more sense of play and whimsy.
I'm gonna say it's Rebel binoculars from Star Wars.
What say you, Terry? It is not Rebel binoculars.
Oh.
I knew that too.
Good shot. So
Thank you for playing, sir.
Thank you, Colin. Okay, we are now here with Anthony and, of course, Postmaster General Terry. Now, Anthony, look, it's like looking in a beautiful mirror, right? All right, Anthony, do you want to try even more Unsealed and Revealed trivia, or do you want to go to the bag?
I'm going to try the bag.
All right. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, rules of the game here. Nice. That's how you know he's about to put in work. So, you now have to name not only the accessory, but what figure it goes to as well, Anthony. All right, you ready to play? All right, Terry.
All right, take it. Hold up to the dun, dun, dun.
All right.
That's it's a boot. I think it goes to Harley Quinn.
Nailed it.
There it is. All right, congrats.
Good job, man.
You've actually you just get the boot.
Oh, really? Oh,
as-
that's it.
unfortunately. There you go.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice work, Anthony. Yes,
I love
that's
that
right.
band. Those guys are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it was such a great reunion. Yeah.
It was yeah, that was great. And I think that's our last video. So
That's it? Okay, cool.
Thank you seriously to everyone who was there in person, who hung out. You're all winners in our book. You just didn't all win prizes. Is what we have to say. Alan's telling me to be nicer, so
like legally, right? Yeah.
So thank you guys all so much. And again, we are working on a way to bring you guys from the chats onto the screen and play this game with you guys. Give us some time, because contrary to popular belief, these shows don't just happen. They are produced. So we need some time. But thank you guys all so much. If you are here in the chat, we really appreciate you, Terry, Guy. 176 episodes that makes today.
Dang, brother. That's a
I
lot.
love it. I absolutely love it.
All right. We've got another figure.
All right.
Guy,
let's take a look here. Okay, so we have our accessory set. And first up, we're going to take a look. We're going to do some close-ups here. Is going to be Grogu in the brand new Beskar Pram. Does have a different design element. Oh, look at the excitement on his face. I love that little excitement.
Is the Pram Beskar?
Remember, he gets the Beskar and uses it to make the Pram?
No, I don't remember that. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
I totally don't remember that. I thought that,
we get a second version of the Pram. Now, I have attached it to a display base. Now, if you have the Deluxe Mando and Grogu, which came with the other version of the Pram, and had a proximity piece that attaches to the base, you can use that same stand style. The neat part is to be able to have both. Now, the inside is a slightly different version of the Pram, and yes, his blanket is a different color. He had the brown blanket earlier. You see that texture in that blue. It's there, and that texture is repeated on this version. Really nice job. Now, this is sculpted and painted, but to be able to replicate like that is really, really neat.
Now, we can do a quick comparison here for those who don't have it at home, but if we can go ahead and cut to Paul too, do a side-by-side there with the other Pram, then fans can actually see the difference between the two Prams. But yeah, Guy, go ahead and bring that other Pram back in.
The other Pram flying in.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to show here. There we go. There we go. Look at that.
All right, and so you do see
that's cool.
the different design.
I don't even remember that fact. That's so cool.
Yep. That it
the fact
did,
that it was changed?
That it did change.
Yeah, it was actually Queel who made the second Pram.
Okay.
Was it straight metal?
It was just straight metal. It was Quill made it to prove to the dropper what he could do with the power of his hands. Yeah.
So Brian Hepburn says he made it from old Razor Crest parts.
Ooh, that's
Right.
probably
Thank you,
that
Brian.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Now there's something I should have known. You know, I'm rewatching Obi-Wan and getting ready for Andor, and I didn't go and rewatch all of my Mando episodes. I should have for this.
Yeah, dude, you can't remember everything about that show.
Exactly.
Unless you're me.
Now, just like we saw on the other Pram, it does have the top that will attach.
I love it.
Okay,
That's
so we
very
do have
cool.
our full-on
Shields
egg
up.
look.
Shields
Now,
up.
Let's take a look at this particular Grogu. It's magnetic down here on the bottom, so it'll attach right in place. We do have an articulated head. Get that excitement.
It's very happy.
Very happy. Slightly different than what we see inside this one here. Now, this guy here, also magnetic. Okay?
It kind of looks like a Yoda-headed little hut.
But we talked about that little, the little blue blankie.
Yeah.
Look at that. Again, sculpted.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Sculpted and painted. Now they've given you another flight stand, shall we say, for that. And on here, all of the little handles and locks do move. Great weathering on that one here. The other accessory, we've got our loth-cat. Now,
really quick, guy, I'm going to need a tread watch on that loth-cat. So if you
gosh
could,
darn tootin', you're getting another
2,
one.
3, it's time.
Tread, watch.
Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, buddy, if you're watching the show, I'm not sure, but this one's for you, okay?
Oh, it's great.
That was a Bigfoot call.
Well, here it comes.
Ron, give me a Bigfoot call.
Wow. So there's 4 loth-cat treads. We have one more animal accessory. Our Sorgan frog. He also, bam!
Oh,
more
another
watches.
tread watch.
Do we have another tread watch video? We need to get
So
more
much
tread
tread watch.
But there we go. His his favorite. You know, frogs have it pretty rough in the world of Star Wars. We've got Grogu trying to eat him. We've got Jar Jar eating him at one point. We have Jabba going after him. It's just, that's one of the toughest races to be in the world of Star Wars, I think.
Or in the world.
Or in the world. All right.
All right, cool.
So there are some of our accessories, but I want to show kind of how you can utilize them. Now, these are the 2 figures that come with the deluxe Mando. Terry, I know you have one, I have one, and Paul has one. We all have these because it is spectacular.
Awesome.
With these ones here, same type of articulation that you're going to have on them. The neat part is what Hot Toys has allowed us to do is be able to swap things around. Okay? If you want to have the more expressive happy,
you can swap out the heads.
You can swap and move them around and give you a little bit of change. As I
Which
said,
is why it's great for you guys to get this thing, because it allows you for more storytelling potential in your display.
Exactly. There it is. Yeah. Pram on a stick. It's dessert. It's a new carnival treat.
That needs to be on the ice cream truck.
Yeah, it's a new carnival treat. And boom, as you can see, as I said before, if I wanted to have it on that proximity base to go with my Mando figure, okay?
Look how cool that is.
So it is neat to have those options. This, I still think one of my absolute favorite figures that Hot Toys has done has been that deluxe Grogu and Mando. It's so good.
You know, mine's still in the box. I think I'll be unboxed. I think I might unbox that this week.
I don't know how I don't even know how I feel about that. But
I did a how to be a poser video on it, so I got my hands on it, I could play with it and everything like that, and then I just kind of forgot about it.
But I know that we're just gonna put this little guy here. For Paul, it's a big deal because that was Paul's favorite as well. Paul absolutely loved that figure. Well, I've got one.
Well, I'm pretty excited about that loth-cat, to be honest with you. I mean, I know that he only had a brief interaction with the loth-cat, but as a fan of Star Wars Rebels, seeing how the loth-cat, loth-bat, loth-cat, loth-wolf run, pick a path, and all is done, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I just love the notion of having that in my on my shelf somewhere. In fact, it may not even be with other Star Wars figures. I might just throw it up there randomly, so that I've got this shelf of randomness up here behind me that just has no theme to it whatsoever, and just like sticking that little loth-cat in there with like the Transformers stuff and the God, what else? I got like a Michael Myers mask up there and stuff. That just might be fun. Just it's like Where's Waldo?
I like the idea of a thing called the shelf of what did you say? Oh,
the shelf of randomness.
The shelf of randomness.
Yeah. It's like my desk. It's like my desk is actually a bag of holding. It's true. It's true.
And the shelf of randomness. All
I'm
right.
Brandy Woods.
So we've got a bunch of our guys, and one last thing I want to try here, Terry, is I am going to use my Grogu from my 2-pack of Mando and Grogu, and I am going to take the accessory head where he looks more concerned and put that on the standing version and put him in with this guy here.
Cool, cool.
What do you think there?
he's just chilling. He's just like,
They're friends.
okay, I'm
They're
being kidnapped. It's
friends. They're
fine.
friends.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the moment before. Hey, wait, this is not good. But nonetheless, I wanted Terry for you to see, and of course Paul, all of the different things that we can do. Getting these accessories and getting interchangeable elements. Hot Toys has been great about it. They're doing it. They just showed on their own channel the changing out a lot of the different head sculpt piece change hairstyles from their different Luke Skywalker figures.
Now, Guy, I really have a request here. I'd like you to show us what the Mandalorian looks like next to one of those Dark Troopers. Just put them side by side, just so people know what it's going to look like when they get them both.
When you get Mando and Trooper, I'm gonna move.
Cool.
You do your babysitting. You go out of here.
You've got one job to do, Dark Trooper.
All right, there they are next to one another. We're gonna see Mando coming in.
Wow, yeah, that's a height differential there, man.
12 1/2.
Really?
And we've got 13 1/2.
Wow.
Okay,
That's,
so
for those keeping track, that means that the Dark Trooper in real life would actually be 6 inches taller than the Mandalorian with his helmet on.
So scary.
Math wizard.
Look at that. I believe the term is math scientist. If you talk to Paul about that.
Mathematician.
Shouts. I like that. Let's get a shout out for height.
Yeah, height.
Let's give it up for height.
Win.
No, but
okay.
I love both of these things. I'm glad that we got to play with so many of these things today. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool, and great job on that one pose that we got to do, and the way that you pose that loth-cat, first rate, man. I'm totally copying that for my shelf. Just to be clear. All right. Without further ado, I just want to say again, thanks everybody for tuning in. The show ran a little bit long today, but we did do 2 figures and we had a lot of videos to run, and I had a great time. It's so good to be back with you all here in the Webosphere at our usual running time of Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, we'll be back next week. No clue what that figure is going to be yet because no one's told me. I think no one's told Guy. Possibly no one even knows yet.
I don't think.
Again, thank you, Paul, for minding the store there, minding the chats, and lobbing those questions and requests my way. Thank you, Guy, again for hitting all the poses with those figures. Thank you to producer Michael, producer Alan, and super producer Sam for minding the store there and making everything as awesome as you do. And I can't say it enough. Thanks for tuning in for the show and watching it with us here today, everybody. We know you have a lot of things you could be doing on a Tuesday, and we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. Until next time, don't forget to let your geek side show.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Waddling.
It needs to be a key.